Hey guys, Morgan Gale here, Aesthetic Artistry Laser Center with another laser training edition. So today I wanted to focus on fractional resurfacing. So why do I want to focus on fractional resurfacing? The reason is that a lot of new studies have been coming out to show that fractional resurfacing is actually helping cells to revitalize themselves, whereas we were originally thinking it was just kind of resurfacing away the old cells and allowing the new healthier ones to come to the surface. These new studies are showing that by causing these micro injuries, we are actually convincing cells to repair their own DNA and then be a younger, healthier version of themselves, not just disappear and allow the healthier cells to come to the surface. So this is all part of the longevity concept that is being floated around a lot in aesthetics now. The idea being that fractional resurfacing is improving longevity because we are actually revitalizing and renewing aged cells, not just cleaning them off to allow healthier cells to come to the surface. Now, when we talk fractional resurfacing, remember, we're talking about a pretty wide range of wavelengths because you have your non-ablative wavelengths and your ablative wavelengths. Your non-ablative wavelengths are going to be everything from your high 1400s up to your low 1600s. And that's going to be your Fraxel and your halo and anything like that where we're getting an injury in the skin, but we're leaving the surface of it untouched. As you move into your higher non-ablative wavelengths, so that's like your thulium, so like your Fraxel 1927, your Genius, your Moxie, your Clear and Brilliant. Those are all going to be your wavelengths that are designed to create more superficial damage, where we are getting more skin resurfacing, where we're just causing that top layer to break up and dissipate and allow the healthier skin to come to the surface. Most times when you're doing non-ablative treatments, you do want to think about doing a combination of something deeper, something in the 1500 range, and then something more superficial, something in the 1900 range. And that's going to give you a better overall treatment. The ablative wavelengths, that's where we're going to see our big skin turnover and we're going to see our big skin cell revitalization, rejuvenation. So those are your 2900-ish wavelengths, that's your erbium, and then your 10,600 nanometer wavelength, that's going to be your CO2. Those are the big wavelengths that we typically use when it comes to ablative resurfacing, and that is literally causing skin damage. We are getting some of that skin, that superficial skin, to basically resurface itself almost immediately. But the more important thing is we're driving that energy deep into the bottom of the dermal tissue, and that's getting all of that collagen production, that's getting that skin cell revitalization, all of those senescent cells, which are basically just older cells where the DNA has basically broken down to the point where the cell doesn't really do much. It just kind of sits there. Those are the types of cells that we are actually creating the microinjuries, and that DNA is actually fixing itself and allowing that cell to become a more youthful, healthy version of itself. That's the beauty of the fractional resurfacing. The other thing we want to talk about when it comes to fractional resurfacing is settings. Why does that matter? Well, the reality is, even though we have all these different wavelengths, the settings that we use on those wavelengths are also going to come into play. We can drive the energy deeper. We can be more superficial. We can do more on a density, so we're getting a higher percentage of the overall skin treated. All of those things come into play, and it really depends on what your goals are with a patient. A patient coming in with good, healthy skin, you may end up doing something more mild because they don't need as much, or you may end up doing something more aggressive because the skin is so healthy that we can get away with that type of aggressive treatment and they're going to respond very well. The patient with unhealthy skin, maybe it's dehydrated, maybe it's got a lot of sun damage, maybe they're just generally unhealthy. Those types of patients need something on top of whatever type of fractional resurfacing we're going to do. They probably need to do some hydrating facials, maybe some milder microneedling. And then even when you do laser treatments, you want to start them on a lower setting, because moving to that high setting too quickly, you're basically just causing too much damage. You're doing way more harm than good at that point. Their skin cells aren't ready to be revitalized and rejuvenated. They're just going to get damaged and continue to be damaged. So all of those things come into play whenever you're talking about fractional resurfacing. If you have questions, if you want me to come in for a training and give you a better understanding of maybe your device or what device might be good for your patient base, you can call, text, DM me anytime. Looking forward to seeing you guys really soon.